What's up, guys? I didn't mean to save that much time there, Swanee. What's going on, everybody? Happy Tuesday evening, night, thing, whatever. Happy to be here with you. I haven't had anything yet. I'm going to kick this off by cracking open a little tiny Weller Special Reserve bottle. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. Didn't mean to there, Joseph. How was everybody's Tuesday? Hope that you guys have enjoyed yourself so far. Don't know what's up with the dog out there, but okay. So, like I said before, tonight's going to be a sample episode, and first and foremost, of course, from our good buddy Joseph. Sent me some Michter's American Whiskey, which I don't know if you can see. There it is. Oh, let's see. What else? Dustin, who's in the chat, I believe, sent me this George Dickel 9-year pick, couples therapy, which I'm super excited to try. My buddy Dave Jennings from Rarebird 101 has sent me a few samples. This in particular is a 2004 Wild Turkey 101, which is good. I've had before, and hey, Zophir's here. Wow, look at that. This is from Swan. This is the Herman Berghoff 10-year 120 proof. This is not made anymore, so I'm very excited for that. And then from my buddy Jason over at the Mash and Drum, who is actually doing his live stream right now, a little sample of another Wild Turkey product rather. It's the Revival, the 101 proof. So big shout out to Jason for doing that. I really do appreciate him doing that for me. And yeah, so that sample of the Herman Berghoff, which I feel like I have to say in a funny accent no matter what, that came from a buddy of Swan's, and I have half and Swan has half of it. So there you go. Yeah. So like I said, I'm just kind of hanging out, enjoying this little bit of Weller Special Reserve from this little baby bottle. It's got a little bit left in it. I'm not sure if this is from this year or not. I really couldn't tell you. There are a bunch of numbers on there. I see a 14, a 19. I don't know. Who's to say? Who's to say? By the way, got to give, of course, a shout out to my sponsor for the week. Well, for the month, for the next few months, actually, the Distillery. Davin and everybody over there doing a great job. As always, you can head to their, who's to say? You can head over to Facebook and check out their holiday charity event campaign where they are raffling off lamps much like this one, except with old rare bottles. So whoever wins those raffles, whoever wins those auctions, gets to decide where the money goes to charity-wise. So very cool. Link to that will be in the description in the replay. So check that out. Appreciate you guys being here, of course, as always. Who's listened to today's episode yet? Who's heard it? Did you enjoy it? Because I had a very fun time with it. It was a good little, just kind of fun birthday episode to do with Dad. Nothing serious, nothing crazy or anything. But so Monica had asked me earlier in the day about something that I brought up on the show this week, and what Matt Bailey, who's in the chat right now, is kind of the, I won't say instigator for this issue, but yes, I know he needs to remember the mic. I told him multiple times and did not listen, but that's okay. Anyway, so what happened was, if anybody remembers, we a couple months ago, did a review of the Bower Hill single barrel. And unfortunately, we gave it less than favorable reviews, and it sucked. I felt bad about it. You know, I know that people put a whole lot of, hey, Adam, I know people put a whole lot of effort and work into what they make. And Bower Hill was not very happy about it. And on a public Instagram post, maligned myself and my father for the way that they thought we had conducted ourselves during that review, going so far as to call us, what do they say, drunk, like drunk idiots or drunk goofs or something like that. And I was like, you know, if you had really listened to the show, you would know that we weren't. That was just us, you know, as it always is, having fun and doing what we normally do. So sucked. I had a whole conversation with them. I can't get into too much of it here because there was so much of it that happened, but that's the answer to that question. The other question that I have to address is something that was brought up on Patreon yesterday. And thank you, Monica. Dustin knows all about it. Of course, Matt knows about it too. But anyway, the other thing that was brought up on Patreon last night was who was the instigator in this? Was it you, Adam? Or was it Joseph? I don't know. I think it was Adam. He goes, Did I hear that right? And it was from the video that I shared on Patreon, where we called my sister Auntie Sarah because, I thought it was Adam. Call her Auntie Sarah because that's just what we call her, you know, when the dogs are around. It's just funny. And so Adam thought that meant that Lucy is pregnant. She's not. We're buying a house because we want to be closer to work and we want to be closer to our family in Lexington, which, by the way, our offer was accepted last week on a house in Lexington. So we will be moving back here very soon. So thank you, Monica. I appreciate that. So all good things. But yeah, thank you guys. I really do appreciate that. We're super excited to move back to Lexington. I can't believe that it's happening, but you know, it's great. We're really, really excited about it. So I'm going to say cheers to that. Big step indeed. Big step indeed. Yeah. So let's move on to the first of the sample pours. And again, this one's provided by Mr. Joseph Brazo. Am I saying your last name correct? I don't know if I'm actually saying that right, but I feel like I've said it out loud multiple times. So anyway, this is the Michter's American Whiskey, 41.7% ABV, so 83.4. I can math sometimes. Sometimes I can math, but yeah. So this was sent to me along with a collection of cigars from Joseph, and I am super thankful to him, of course, and I cannot wait to try this. This is something I've never had before. So yeah, this is exciting. I don't really have a good spot to display what I'm drinking tonight. I might be able to do something like that. Shoot. That made it worse. You can kind of glean from that what it is. I need to take a sip of water too before I get. See, it's not completely out of reach. Is Bourbon Blind in here? Oh, hey, what's going on, man? We're doing well. Yeah. Lame what? What's lame? I don't know what's happening. Oh well. No bad talking in the stream like there were a couple of weeks ago. It's a little light. I will say it's definitely a little light on the nose. Kind of green, a little bit of citrus. It's not unpleasant by any means. It doesn't have like a chemical smell or anything to it, but I think it's a pretty decent nose. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry about the yeah. Some flat cherry cola is being consumed over there. I don't envy you. I'm sorry. Yeah, I apologize about the display. It's pretty flavorful for an 83.4 proof whiskey. I'll say that much. It's not incredible, but it's definitely flavorful. No, I like it. I think it's good. It's one of the it's one of the better lower proof whiskeys that I've ever had. I had I don't know if anybody remembers, but I had Boondocks on the show fairly recently, and it was no bueno. I did not like that stuff at all. I definitely so it's funny because despite the fact that it's so light, I don't know if you can glean from the webcam how light it actually is, but I mean it tastes very full for that. But yeah, Joseph, you're killing me, man. Yeah, Brian, it was sleeting here earlier. On my way to work, I had to or on my way home from work, that took me a little while to oh, wasn't that great, Zopher? Yeah, I was like, oh, just, you know, 18 proof beer. Yeah, I had to de-ice my car on the way home from work. It was at like 6 o'clock. It was ridiculous. It's not just for breakfast anymore. Killing me, Smalls. Did I get a haircut? Nope. Still longer every day. Yeah, it's getting there, and I'm just kind of letting it go. We'll see what happens. But keep touching that hair, right? Keep on drinking, y'all. Keep on drinking. And I'm trying out this new little lighting setup because I wanted to kind of show off the distillery lamp a little bit more too. Are we still doing the take a drink every time I play with my hair game? Yes. Apparently. I don't know. That's kind of up to you guys. Y'all do that. But however you please. But good stuff. Good stuff. I'd say that the palate is not as good as the nose, but it does maintain a lot of what you can glean from it for sure. Not bad by any means. So thank you for sending me that there, Joseph. What next? Hey Dustin, what's the proof on the Dickel pick that you sent me, please? Because I would like to go for that next, because I assume it's one of the lower proofs, but I could be wrong. What's why you don't drink out of Glencairns? 103. Oh, okay. Whew. Well then. That's 101. That's 101. 103 and 120. Okay, so I'm gonna go for the Dickel pick. Sorry. I'm gonna go for the 04 Turkey 101 then, because I love this stuff. And I'm kind of running a little bit low on it, but I wanted to, you know, break it out again for this evening. You just can't even see that. And I'm definitely not doing that. That's a bad move. You have to throw your head back. Oh, okay. Is it really National Pickle Day? Well, that's good because I had pickles with dinner. Yes, Chris, that is an older version of Rare Breed. And I like that stuff. Yeah, Swan's kind of the hey, thanks, Dad. Is there a better vintage of 101? Meaning like in terms of older bottles of it? Because I'm not sure. I need to get in touch with Rare Breed, want to trade samples for some wild turkey stuff. Oh, Rare Bird. Sorry. Misread it. Excuse me. Is your 2014 vintage better than my 2017? This is 2004. Sorry, did I say 2014? I meant 2004. It's very weird. It's a very kind of specific nose. I don't like the nose as much as I remember, but oh well. No, yeah, it's 2004. So sorry about that. That palette's where it's at, though. Definitely. Whoo, maybe, baby, whatever. Yeah, good stuff, man. And again, my sniffer's not working quite too well tonight, but that's okay. Oh, Joseph, that sounds good. That sounds good. That'll be one of the first things I think that I do when we get into the new house is sit out on the back porch and have a cigar and a nice pour of something good. So one of the coolest things that one of the coolest things about this new house is that it backs up to a horse farm, which is not, of course, anything that we really were expecting when we were house hunting. But man, it was. We walked out back, and did I leave it in the basement? No, it's in one of the sample bottles upstairs, Dad. Oh, Christian, that's cool. But anyway, we walked out back and we're like, oh, and we went to go see it last week again, just to like kind of finalize that that's really what we wanted to do. And the sun was setting just as, you know, we were there. But you found a bottle. Huh? No, I've got all my Elijah Craig barrel proofs. What the heck? Huh. Weird. Monica, I want to try it because I really did like the cast strength. Well, I liked it all right. There's a future episode coming out about that too. So that's kind of a tease, I guess, drinking on that sample from Rarebird. I'm gonna be doing an episode with him sometime in the near future, so definitely be on the lookout for that. It's gonna be a good one because I'm gonna go through some of the stuff that he sent me. He sent me some really good stuff. Wow, everybody's missing that Elijah Craig barrel proof. Sorry, Dad. Which expression of it is it? Let me know, because that's... Yeah, I could ID it too. Heck, I'll pay for the whole bottle there, Joseph. Where could it have come from? I don't understand. Yeah, that Knob Creek Double Barrel Rye just came out, Brian. It was just announced, just released, I think, actually. Okay, that's the correct glass. Mm-hmm. Yep, I have only kind of seen it in passing. Batch C917. Dad, was it opened? Dad, if it's open, buddy, that was one we found at the on vacation last year. So anyway, I'm moving on to the Turkey Revival 101 from my buddy Jason over at the Mash and Drum. Big shout out to him for sending that. So woo, hello. It smells like a wine, kind of. Yeah, that sherry finish is really coming through. I'll say that much. Some of that bourbon, of course, is definitely present, but it kind of takes a backseat to some of those sweeter fruit notes that are presented by the sherry finish of it. Swan, I think you gave me a pour too. Or sample. No, you didn't give me a sample of that. Never mind. Ribbard sent me a sample. Wait. I don't remember. Hey, Clifton. What's up, buddy? Yeah, I'm excited to try this. This nose is awesome. Wow. Woo-wee. Tiniest little bit of spice. A lot of fruit on it, for sure. I don't like using this word, but it's smooth. The spice hangs out like right in the middle of the tongue. The oakiness is kind of calming too. It's bye, Dad. Sorry, Clifton. I'm drinking the Turkey Revival 101 from this year. It is greasy smooth. It's kind of it's a little grapey. It's a little grapey there. But hold on. Sorry. Anyway, flat cherry cola. No, that's very specifically this piece of garbage. I say garbage. I'm just not a fan of it. I'm sorry. Christian, were you actually drinking that earlier? Or dang, man, this is really growing on me too. Monica, so I kind of think that I kind of think maybe I got a bad bottle. I think there's a chance that I got a bad bottle of it because it seems like everybody's kind of fawning over it, but I don't know. Something's not lining up about it for me. I need to go back and maybe try another bottle or something, but because like for it to have been named Fred Minnick's Everyday Drinker of 2018, I mean, that's supposed to say something, right? And I just don't. I mean, I trust Fred. I trust his palate. But I don't know. Hey, welcome in, Brandon. So happy that you're here, man. Goodness gracious. All the way from California. See, that's the thing. It's like, I don't know. And Matt, that's what we were saying too on the podcast is that, you know, it just seemed like it was over filtered. Like it just removed too much of what was supposed to make it good. So I don't know. Hey, I just realized something. Now you can see what I'm drinking. Isn't that nice? Yep. Anyway. Hot bottom shelf Ezra to you. I think that's fair. I think that's fair. Ezra's not ever been very good, and I don't know. Patreon subscribers, you have somewhere in your feed a little lost bonus episode where I drink Ezra 90 with my father-in-law Brett and our buddy Josh. And if you remember correctly, we had an episode a while back where we did all that, and those two boys got very drunk. And so to do a bonus episode after that was not a good idea. But if you're on Patreon, you can go and hear that audio exclusively, and it's a time and a half. So I just want to, yeah. Fred listed JW Dant in a budget gift list. Let's just hope our beloved Dant doesn't disappear from the bottom shelf. Freaking hope not. I can't lose another friend. I can't lose another bottom shelf bottled and bond like that. I'm going to start making I'm going to wear a shirt that says leave our Dant alone. Yep. Hey, this is really good. There's a good chance that this could make like top 10 for me in releases from 2018. I think this is definitely on getting into my short list. Last year I did a top 5, and I'm kind of wondering whether or not I need to do a top 10 this year, because I feel like there's been so much that's come out this year, and I've of course tried more this year than what I have previously. So I just kind of want to make sure that, I've covered as many bases as I can. So I just feel like a top 10 might be more effective, and that could be an episode down the line, but we'll find out. Just picked up some Danton Bowling Green. Yes. Oh, he just found some TW Samuels. It's good stuff. Good stuff. I don't see why you wouldn't. I mean, at least try. I think that'd be a great idea there, Matt, to just go and see if, or he might spit in your face. You never know. What do I think about Old Forester 1897 bottled and bond? It's fine. There's nothing special about it. I haven't had it in a while. I did just have, so after the last episode that I did with Chad and Sarah and Curtis, Chad had that bottle of Old Forester 1910 sitting around and was like, hey, you need to try this. And I was like, all right, fine. Not a fan. Not a big fan. I don't see any point in doing an episode on it. I can just go ahead and tell you that it's not something that I've really enjoyed. What's the story with the Samuels? It's a Heaven Hill product. It was one of those name brands that was bought off of, old distilleries from a while back that Heaven Hill kind of repurposed and made their own. But make sure I fill with bourbons we can get. So it's just going to be Jim Beam. It's going to be Ezra Brooks. It's going to be Turkey. Be pretty funny, actually. I still have some things that I want to try too before, because like the final batch of Booker's isn't out yet. Booker's 30th isn't even out yet. Which, by the way, there were some details that came out, or at least a first look at it that came out, I think today. So should I get the 1920? Yeah, I think it's good. I think it's good stuff. I heard they may get the brand back. Denny Potter is taking it with them. Oh, sure. Why not? Fine by me. Yeah, you know what? My experience with 1920 has always been that it seems to change every time I drink it. So it's so weird. Like, it's never consistent glass to glass. I don't know why. It baffles me, but I don't know. Some high quality H2O right there. Wild Turkey Revival. I'm a fan. I'm a big, big fan. It's the first, aside from the Jefferson's Pritchard's Hill, that's one of the first finished bourbons that I've been like, yes, about. So I'm down. Totally down. New 18.4 Booker's is out. Kitchen Table. Yes, it is Kitchen Table. What's a good price for it? About $55. Had it last weekend. Gatorade. What's the news on the Booker's 30th? It's coming out soon. New favorite is 1792 Foolproof. Very nice. I love that bottle. It's good, good stuff. Yep. Swan, I almost brought up a pick that you gave me of it. Or, excuse me, a sample of a pick that you gave me from that. It was a Kroger pick. It's good from what I can remember. So here's my little display tonight, since I don't... none of these bottles are big enough. Have I had... yes, I do like the Pritchard's Hill. I like it a lot. Have I had the Old Scout 107? You know what? I don't think I have, now that I think about it. I've had a pretty good Old Scout rye that's around here somewhere, I think. Where is that bottle? Huh. That's a good problem to have, is when you can't find your bottles of bourbon and whiskey. Anyway. Yeah. How do I feel about 100% ryes? I'm still kind of getting used to them. I'll say that much, but I do enjoy them. I think the only 100% rye that I've had, and correct me if I'm wrong, but the E.H. Taylor straight rye. And if it's not 100% rye, I apologize. But yeah. Can I reach it? Probably not. Whoa. I was not expecting that. Mint? Is that what that is? Yeah, it's winter mint. Or spearmint. It's spearmint. That's what it is. I saw, yeah, Swan, I saw a couple bottles of the rye today, too. But I've never been able to find it for a good price. I only ever got a sample of it from... I get a sample of it from you, Swan? I think I did. I can't remember. Doesn't matter. This is really peculiar. Is Dustin even still in here? Dustin, are you still here? So for 103 proof, what is that? Okay, so there's the mint, orange peel, pepper spice. Yeah. Yeah, there's a pepper on it too, like black pepper. It's not a bad nose, I would say, but it's not anything that I am particularly attracted to in a whiskey. Bottoms up, I guess. Whew. That's a spicy meatball. Spice, winter mint, lots of citrus. Lots of zesty citrus. There's a teeny little bit of caramel and vanilla on the finish, but not a whole lot to speak of. Oh, that's interesting. Like strawberries on the finish too? Huh. It's really creamy. It's a really, really creamy mouthfeel. Yeah. Just did a blend with Rare Breed, Stag Jr., and Foolproof. Oh, a blind is what you meant. Because I was going to say a blend. That would be intense. All about the Will It Rise. Dustin sent me a Peerless pick that was dynamite. Real nice. Yeah, strawberries. Isn't that weird? It's kind of like a strawberry milkshake, I would say. Which maybe that's why it's called the couples therapy. I'm going to be honest with you. There isn't a whole lot of the age that shows through on this pick too. Because I'm not getting a whole lot of the oak necessarily. But I mean it's still delicious. I'll say that much. I'm pretty impressed with this. Oh, you did use a blend. Okay. I got you now. Gotcha. I think I just misread it. No, Angel's Envy is straight up circus peanuts. I have a bottle downstairs that I haven't touched in a while. Did I try adding water to the Ezra 7 and let it sit for a second? It seems to be getting a ton better to me. 3 teaspoons of water. Wow. I did try it with water. I tried it with water on the podcast when we reviewed it with Chad and Sarah and Curtis. And still, it just didn't really do a whole lot for me. I'm down to just the one sample left. So what I'll do to finish up after that is revisit the old Ezra for the 3rd time because I just keep going. Maybe there's just something that I am missing. Maybe, but I don't know. I'll find out. Dustin, thank you for sending me this, man. This gets better and better the more I drink it. Yeah, dude. If I put Mountain Valley spring water in it, it might be the magic drink. What was it that Chris said a while back on a bar night? Get you some. Yeah, that's what it was. I always say that actually with when I talk about Mountain Valley spring water. I'll go get you some. But yeah. If anybody doesn't listen to the podcast, go do it. It's a great show. Those guys are wonderful. That, of course, have had Will and the Grease on the show before. Great guys. Hey, Grease just posted in our Facebook group. I'm going to text him. I'm going to tell him that the couples therapy is real good. Get you some. Hey, Grease. Couples therapy pick is delish. Yep, that's all I'm going to say. What do distillers use to proof down the barrels? They use, I think it is their distilled water, or at the very least, the limestone water that they use their bourbon, or use for their bourbon, rather. So, Big Feet's leaving? Oh. Bye, Big Feet's. Sorry, you gotta go. So funny watching me multitask. Sorry. Yeah, I dig a lot. Having fun with it. So one last sample, like I said. Local tap. Yeah, filtered right from the tap. But man, so this last one, I don't know if Swan's still in here or not, but this last one again is this Herman Berghoff 10-year 120 proof. Is my wife going to be on a live stream? Maybe eventually. Actually, she's been on one before, but that was over on, I think we did that on Facebook and Instagram before I actually made the switch over to YouTube. But I think I could probably persuade her to be on another one sometime. She showed up recently when she like got home from work late or something. Oh, okay. Hi, Swan. Swan, do you remember where this was produced from? Excuse me. What bourbon pairs well with my new Not a Flamethrower? Responsibility. An ounce of responsibility. Oh, Dustin, absolutely. I mean, if Misty wants to come on and hang out with us too. Wow. That is intense. Okay, so as Swan said, if anybody's not been watching, it is from apparently a collaboration with the Van Winkle family. It kind of reminds me of a Heaven Hill product. Honestly, it is very reminiscent of modern Elijah Craig on the nose. Excuse me. Man. It doesn't smell like it's 120 proof. I mean, well, okay, I take that back. It smells very full-bodied, which could be a factor of it being, or a product rather, of it being 120 proof. And 10 years old. It's very specifically a snickerdoodle cookie. That's what it is. Yeah, Monica, convert our wives to being whiskey drinkers, please. Let me fix my lamp here a little bit. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Reynolds described it to be about a 20 to 25-year-old bottle that he opened. Pre-fire. I've actually not had a pre-fire Heaven Hill product, but it's a good point there, Christian. I don't know if I'm entirely ready for this because the nose is so, I don't know, it's so good. I don't know. I got to get into it. It's like vanilla ice cream with a snickerdoodle cookie. And some of those oak notes that should be prominent with a bourbon that's this old and this high of proof. Sorry, I got it. Got to chew through it a little bit because there's a lot going on here. Yeah, it's a little bit of butterscotch, but it complements these like fruity notes that are kind of coming through a little bit too so well. I mean, this is really freaking good. I mean, this is one of the better things I think I've had in a while. And I mean, unfortunately it's not made anymore, but holy crap, I'm enjoying it. I kind of like gin. My wife drinks gin too. But my wife threw up from, I don't know what that word is. Keep telling her it's because she was mixing Jamo. I don't know what Jamo is. Tastes like brown. That's funny. And you do need Norland glasses to convert your wives. That is very true. Jameson. Okay. Gotcha. Man, I'm enjoying the crap out of this. Easily the best thing I've had tonight. Which makes me kind of want to not finish off with the old Ezra in case I'm let down like I have been in the past, but Adam, I agree with you on that. I love that Castle and Key gin. And again, I'm not really a gin person in particular, but I find it to be very delicious. Yeah. Hey, I want to throw something out there to you guys, by the way. So anybody who watched last week knows that I was opening a back-age dated Elijah Craig bottle and the cap came off. If anybody happens to have a cork from an old Elijah Craig bottle that they're not using, please let me know and send it to me. I would very much appreciate it because my cork keeps almost falling into my bottle, which is not something that I want. So, yeah. Oh, do you really, Christian? Please. I would really appreciate it. No, I can't wait for their first bourbon either. Dustin, I think it's going to be phenomenal. Oh, Swan. I mean, if Swan's a lot closer, I don't know where you are, Christian, but I see Swan on a pretty regular basis. So if you have one, that'd be awesome. The Glencairn Capita eliminates the head tipping back factor, though how much are you drinking if it's affecting your experience? Wouldn't a new cork work just as well? The mouth on it is so much wider than a lot of standard bourbon bottles. And I would rather keep it within the family of the distillate. So, even if it were not so much Larceny, something in the Heaven Hill rye mash bill category would be where I'd like for it to be. But yes, a wide mouth. Using the technical terms here. I do need to get Norland glasses though from around the for around the house. So then maybe I can actually convert Lucy into a regular whiskey drinker. But wow. Big Red 12 from 97. Mine was back age stated from 2014. So that was pretty freaking cool. I tried the neat glasses. What are the neat glasses? I want to say yes, but I can't remember exactly what they. So I can't have it. Okay, fine. Whatever. It's fine. Is Bibb and Tucker's cork really on a string? Really? I did not know that. That's dumb. That's stupid. Hey, Swan, that was incredible. Thank you, man, for hooking me up with that sample. I really do appreciate it. Okay, so because I've talked crap about it earlier on, and it's been a couple weeks since I've had it, I figured I would revisit, of course, the old Ezra barrel proof. And because everybody seems to think that something's wrong with my bottle, but I don't know. Please excuse me when my gut decides to relieve itself of some gas. I'm burping. Not sure how to describe them. I just remember Grease saying he couldn't figure out how to drink from them without spilling and laughing at stuff. Okay, yeah. Afraid to try the Norland because I'll like it and then need it. It's great. Yeah. All right, Swanee. Take it easy, buddy. Norland glasses are super cool. I agree with that. Okay. Adam, Chad and I have been making that joke to the past 24 hours. Yes, the cork worked on this one. Isn't that something special? Oh, man. I got to be honest with you guys. I'm not super looking forward to this because of my recent experience with it. But you know what? Something about dying hard. I don't know. Won't the Blantons interchange? Yes, it would. Yeah, I don't know. I like them. I don't think I would break them too bad. Do I smell root beer? Yes. Root beer, but I still get that flat cherry cola smell on it. It's so overpowering for me, but I do see where you're getting that root beer note from it. And maybe a little bit of ginger too. But I'm still not getting those standard notes that I would expect from a bourbon, especially at this proof and this age. Like, I'm not finding caramel in it. I'm not finding, a whole lot of vanilla or oak. I mean, it should be there, I feel like. Should you send me the Woodinville rye? Yeah, sure, why not? My mom smells root beer. All right, Napoleon. Jeez. You see, Monica, and like that's my issue with this bourbon in particular, is that it seems like it should invite all of those flavors and all of those notes to it, but it just doesn't quite have it, and I don't know why. I don't it, and I said on the episode where we reviewed it that it just seemed like it was overfiltered. Matt and I were talking about that earlier, but I don't know. I don't have teaspoons up in my office, but I don't know. Wow, it's super hot. Why did this one become so hot? Oh my goodness. The cherry starts to roll through a little bit. There's some cinnamon on there. Slightest bits of caramel and vanilla, but nothing to really make note of enough to where I'm like, yep, they're prominent. They're not prominent. What's prominent is that flat cherry cola flavor. I mean, seriously, there is still a little bit of Siri. There's still a little bit of that root beer like we were talking about, but I don't know. I cannot imagine that if I were in Fred Minnick's shoes, that if I had put this up against Russell's single barrel, Henry McKenna single barrel, bottled and bond, Old Forester 1920, I can't imagine that this would work, or that this would be what wins against it. I don't get it. I don't know. It's the ginger. Yeah. And yes, that is the one that Fred nominated as his everyday drinker. Cherry NyQuil. Yes. I don't know. Guys. But I think so too. I think that Rare Breed is I think Rare Breed definitely wins over this. A little bit more expensive, better quality. I mean, honestly. But I don't know. And I do believe that bad bottles exist as well, Zofer, but maybe add some Red Bull. Just not a fan. I'm just not a fan. I met a guy the other day just happened to go into a liquor store, and I was like, hey, if you're looking for this, let me give you my card. I'll give you a sample of it, just because I want you to know that it's not all it's cracked up to be. He hasn't taken me up on it yet, but anyway. Well, guys, that about does it for this week's live stream. Should be back to normal next week, despite the fact that it is Thanksgiving week. But it's Tuesday, so it should be fine. So I just want to say, first and foremost, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me on this Wednesday night. and for being flexible, of course. I am sorry that I couldn't do it last night, but I had to go hang out with my pops for his birthday. That was just kind of, just kind of how it is in the Ritter family. Thank you to everybody who has listened to this week's episode. I do appreciate that. Give the show, if you're on the Apple Podcast app, a 5-star rate and review on iTunes. That helps us out so much. I would really, really appreciate that. Follow on social media, of course, at My Bourbon Pod, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. We are like 3 people away, by the way, on Instagram from hitting our 100 subscriber mark, which, if you remember correctly from a few weeks ago, I said that I'm going to do a giveaway to our 100 subscribers, and it's going to be a blind sample flight. So keep getting people to subscribe. That really helps out too. Again, subscribe to the channel, like this video, bell notifications so you can know when I come on, when new videos are uploaded as well. And then please become a patron at patreon.com/mybourbonpodcast. That is for as little as $1 a month. You're going to get some really awesome exclusive content through there. I, of course, just put up tonight what I was going to be drinking on this live stream before I came on, so you can do that. I'm actually going to start doing things like voting on topics for live streams or potentially for episodes too, and voting on what we actually drink and review on certain things. So be on the lookout for that as well. What else? Bourbonshop.threadless.com still have our 1-year anniversary sale going. That's all the way through the end of November. Everything's 25% off. And then if you have an order over $45, you get free shipping. 80 if it's international. So go check that out. Thank you guys so much for being here. Go check out this week's new episode. Of course, thanks for being along for this live stream. I'll see you next Tuesday for another one of these. But until then, I'm Perry, and this is My Bourbon Podcast live stream. Night, y'all.